Our brain is the most complex, yet powerful organ we have at our disposal to live our best life. And if you're watching this video, it is probably because you would like to increase your overall brain power and also improve on your memory, productivity, skills, focus, and cognitive abilities. When we grow older, it is normal for our brains to start shrinking in size and declining in cognitive abilities. Conditions such as stress, depression, stroke, dementia, or Alzheimer's, just to name a few, can also take a heavy toll on the health and the abilities of our brain. While it seems that there is little you can do to prevent your brain's health from declining, scientists regularly discover new ways to increase your brain power by practicing certain habits regularly. But what are those habits? Well, stay tuned because in this video, we'll share 5 habits and scientific proof that can increase your brain power. But before we do, can you do us a favor and like this video? Ring the bell for future notifications and make sure you subscribe to Brain Health Smarts for more videos. Plus, stick around to find out how you can get a free gift. And now, let's look at the proof showing that you can increase your brain power by looking at habits. Number 5. Hydration. A simple habit you can implement today to increase your brain power is to simply drink more water. Experts have found that chronic or severe dehydration can lead to cognitive deficits, such as mood disturbance, blurry vision, and short-term memory dysfunction. This is likely because the brain is made of 80% water, and slight dehydration may lead to symptoms of fatigue, headache, stress, and lack of mental clarity. Alternatively, drinking plenty of water can improve brain efficiency and memory function. In a study published in the Journal of Frontiers in Human Neuroscience, it was observed that participants had increased reaction time of 14% during cognitive tests if they drank water beforehand. It is important to note that we're not talking about major dehydration here. The studies determined that dehydration as little as 1 or 2% can have an effect on your brain's overall cognitive abilities. The studies were also done on children and found the same results. In short, if you want to increase your brain power, make sure to drink plenty of water to avoid something referred to by a 2014 Cambridge University study as voluntary dehydration. They cited that many individuals tend to not take enough fluids and are in a state of sustained dehydration voluntarily. Most of the time, this is because many are not aware of how much water they actually need to be taking daily. On average, you need to be drinking between 2.7 to 3.7 liters a day, depending on your gender, weight, and age. Make it a habit to drink more water. You'll be amazed to see how much it changes your levels of cognition and alertness. Have a big water bottle handy with at least 3 liters of water, especially if it's the summertime or if you're living in a hot climate. Make it a point to get through that in the day. Just don't overdo it though, because too much of a good thing is not good either. Now, let's move on to our next useful habit for increasing your brain power. Number 4. Meditation. Another way to increase your brain power is by practicing meditation. Meditation is the act of controlling and redirecting your thoughts by repetition of a word or thoughts, visualization, or concentration on the breath. No matter the method you choose, any form of meditation has been scientifically proven to be extremely beneficial for the brain. In a 2019 study, experts observed that meditating 30 minutes a day for 8 weeks increased attention, mood, recognition abilities, and working memory. Another review reported promising results for the elderly as well, noting that meditation may help reduce age-related cognitive decline. Meditation has also been associated with stress reduction and sleep quality, making it a great habit to integrate daily if you're looking to increase your brain power. And it looks like it goes beyond that too. A Harvard Gazette article from 2018 looked at mindfulness meditation. In there, they cited numerous studies, including one from 2012, where MRI images showed that the brains of subjects thickened after an 8-week meditation course, practicing 10 to 15 minutes a day is enough to experience the mental benefit of meditation. And with plenty of methods available, you can easily find one that works for you. Number 3. Reading. Yes, reading is a great way to increase your brain power, because when you do, you stimulate the connection between neuron cells. The act of reading requires multiple cognitive functions, including attention, memory, abstract reasoning, comprehension, and visual processing, making it a relaxing yet powerful exercise for our brain. In a study done by the University of Dallas, Texas, experts observed that participants who were mentally challenged through reading had better memory functions after 14 weeks than those who didn't. A 2013 study also used MRI scans to measure how much reading affected the brain. They let participants read a certain book and discovered that the more tension built up in the story, the more the brains of those who were reading it lit up with activity. Another study also noted that elderlies who engaged in mental activities like reading were less likely to develop cognitive disorders. Overall, reading stimulates your brain, but also reduces markers linked to cognitive decline. So, grab a good book, sit back and increase your brain power with books. Don't be afraid to explore different genres either. If you're used to reading fiction, try and pick up a biography or a history book. Or if you really aren't a big reader, ask your friends for recommendations. They may have a book or two that they can lend you to help you start your reading journey. And if you're looking for something else to do, then try the next proven 2 habits to increase your brain power. But before you do, are you ready for a free gift? Discover the foods that increase the risk of mental health disorders and the ones that boost memory, enhance mental focus, and ease depression by downloading your free copy of Brain Food Secrets, the 15 worst and best foods for your brain. Claim your free gift by clicking the link in the description below. And now, let's increase your brain power with proven habits. Number 2. Exercise. Getting physically active, no matter your age, is essential if you want to increase your brain power. This is because exercise boosts the hippocampus, which is located in the medial temporal lobe, near the center of the brain, and it is in charge of our long-term memory. The hippocampus is one of the main areas that shrinks as you grow older. However, regular exercise increases the hippocampus volume by 2% in older adults, and as a result, improves memory function. So, what type of exercise should you do? Well, multiple studies have found that practicing gentle exercises like aerobics, yoga, or Tai Chi can reduce stress and anxiety and increase brain volume, among other benefits. In short, any exercise can help increase your brain power, no matter your age. It is recommended to practice 150 minutes of moderate exercise per week for best results. And if you're still not convinced, perhaps an easy way to increase your brain power is to focus on number 1, sleep. A good night's sleep is the best way to increase your brain power, just as lack of sleep can increase the risks of neuron damage. A study observed that patients who were sleep deprived experienced fatigue, mood changes, decreased concentration, and reduced cognitive functions. Alternatively, having a good night's sleep can significantly increase your brain power. When you sleep, your brain slows down, cleanses, and it processes memory and emotions. A 2023 publication from the Sleep Foundation also found that daytime sleepiness, which is a result of lack of proper nighttime sleep, can cause significant cognitive impairments. That article also noted that lack of sleep can affect a person's attention span and can also affect their ability to learn and process information. A large study in 5,431 adults observed that those who had regular sleep schedules experienced better cognitive functions than those who didn't clock in the same amount of sleep every night. So, if you want to increase your brain power, it is important not only to sleep, but also to have a regular sleep schedule. Experts recommend that adults should aim for 6 to 8 hours of sleep every night. And if you struggle to regulate your sleep, it has been found that having a morning and nighttime routine can help. The routine part here is important because in order to get the best sleep, you can't just catch up on sleep on the weekends and think you have it good. You get the most benefit if you stick to a regular sleep routine. This means sleeping the same hours every day at roughly the same times. So, try to be more mindful of how much sleep and when you sleep. Keep your sleep schedule as regular as possible. Your brain will thank you for it. Overall, research has proven that doing these 5 habits regularly can help you increase your brain power. So make sure to implement them in your routine today. And now, we want to hear from you. What habits are you committing to today? Share your thoughts with our community in the comments below. And before you go, remember to like this video, subscribe, and hit the alert bell to stay up to date with us. Plus, don't forget your free download by clicking the link in the description below. Thanks for watching. We hope you have a brain-boosting day.